die today. Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
TGIF Reload Crew. What is going on, man? We made it to Friday. This week has flown by, dude. It's weird. It seems like we were just doing TGIF like yesterday.
Man,
hey,
I didn't think we was gonna make
gotten
it.
A strike.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
all this stuff. We're on another channel right now. We're doing the secret files.
Gas went up $3.
People are still coming in. Right. Amazing, man.
In a week.
Just want to thank everybody in the community, man. Every day, more and more people find the backup channel, who are part of the Reload Crew, man.
Tammy has returned.
Tammy's back on top.
She's back.
Tammy's to golf. We're glad you're back, sis. Everybody was worried. Everybody was like, "Where's Tammy, man?"
We'll put out Amber Alert.
She was there this morning, man.
Yep.
She was there this morning. I tell you what, man. It's cool the way that we interact with each other in this community. It's different than anything that's ever been before. I've said this before about YouTube. It's a different thing. It's a new thing to what we're doing here, the way our community works and the way we connect with each other. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. But gas is up there, man. Gas is expensive, dude.
Is it?
I dread going to the gas pump. Like, you know what I've been doing, man? I've been filling up at like 3/4. Like I'll stop and fill up.
Yeah.
Just because I know if I get down to empty, man, it's gonna hurt like a lot. I don't know if I'm saving money in the long run or not. We'll find out. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing to hedge against this crap? Because like I'm cutting out trips. Like I'm letting everybody know. It's like, hey, I know I was supposed to come see you this weekend. It ain't happening. Like, oh, I understand. Gas is crazy. I was like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why.
So I'm trying to do 5 things in one trip. Like we're planning like a route, like the perfect route. And this is where we are, man. Modern society. It's what we gotta do to live. It's only going to get worse.
Yay!
Love it. Democracy.
2 more years? 3 more years? How many years we got? You said democracy. Look, his vaccine.
Excuse me.
He got his vaccine got triggered.
Don't say the word, man. Don't say the B word. Let me get a strike on this channel.
I can't help it, man. I can't help it.
Oh man. I hope you guys are doing good. I hate we can't see the chat while we're filming that.
Yes.
That's part of the show, you know what I mean?
It
you
is.
guys out there are watching this right now on Friday morning. Y'all are part of the show, man. Y'all make the show what it is. And we miss y'all.
We do.
Hopefully Monday we're going to be able to start going live again.
Oh, thank you.
I will say this, though. I like pre-recording some of the shows because it gives me and Devout a chance to war game and really go through our clips and talk about the topic of the day, especially if we get these deep topics like we are today. We're going to be talking about the Great Reset, of course. That's our thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what's being implemented by all the global powers. Everything we see going on in Ukraine and Russia has to do with the Great Reset. Everything that went down in our recent election has to do with the Great Reset. Everything that Biden does has to do with the Great Reset. So, I mean, we're just trying to put some info out there. What we're going to share today, talk about the World Economic Forum going into phase 2, which is forming an economic system that is a global system. And also, we're going to be looking at how part of their agenda also is to have a centralized energy grid for the entire planet. So that means like one centralized global government controls the entire energy grid, the whole world, for everybody everywhere. That's some scary stuff, y'all. That's beyond some 1984 stuff, right, Ghetto? Like
that's revelation.
That's 1985. Like that's that's beyond 1984, man. That's some deep stuff. But there are some clues. Like the whole Ukraine invasion thing, I think, is a many-pronged thing. For one thing, it needs to take the heat off of Biden, right?
Yeah.
They need something to blame. Like, hey, yeah, inflation's bad, but it's not our fault. It's Putin's fault. I can't believe they're trying to say the high gas prices are Putin's fault. A little bit towards the end, but dude, before Putin invaded Ukraine, the average gas price in the United States of America, that's the average for the entire country, was like $3.36. You know, which was over $1 more than it was the day before Biden took office. So don't give us no BS, man. And people who believe that make me sick to my stomach. You are
I remember
freaking...
the stickers. The Biden stickers were everywhere on the gas pumps. Yeah.
Southern Pride said yesterday morning, he was running out of those stickers, man. I see those stickers everywhere, and I see where people try to scrape them off. But you know how hard it is to get a sticker off of something, man, once you really press it on. It makes me proud that the people who put those stickers on were diligent and did a good job. And it also makes me proud that the people who try to scrape them off were not diligent and were not hard workers, did not finish getting them off because they stopped halfway.
Yes.
How many of you guys out there, let us know in the chat, let us know in the comments, how many of you have seen half scraped off stickers of Joe Biden because the sorry leftist people who wanted to scrape them off gave up halfway, because that's just what they do.
The party of protesting and loves, like, stuff like that, stunts and everything. Then we do it against them. Oh, no, this is a threat to democracy. This is going to tear down the nation. It's dividing us, damn it.
Right. Yeah, we're the dividers.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, we just want to point out some stuff today. We're going to show some clips from the World Economic Forum. We're going to show some clips from the Quack brothers. We're going to show our fearless leader, the former vice president. He's saying some stuff. We have a new sponsor. We got a clip from them today.
Finally.
Anyway, let's start with Sniffy Joe, man. This is what he said. Pay attention to what he says about the energy grid.
Okay.
As everything changes, there's a fundamental shift to the reality that we can't keep the combustion engine the way it has been. It's even, you see what's happening in locomotives now, and you see what's happening just across the board. And and I think it presents an enormous opportunity.
Does it? You're going to hear that enormous opportunity a lot. Yeah, whenever there's a global crisis and you start a war and try to scare everyone and tell us it's World War III, they're going to use nukes, they're blowing up, they're catching on fire the 10th, like a nuclear power plant that's 10 times the size.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. When you try to do that, it's an enormous opportunity here, what we can do. So you're going to hear that a lot, how they're going to try to make this an opportunity to change the way that the entire planet receives energy.
Never let a crisis go to waste.
I'm tired of hearing that too, man. Yeah. And it's true. That's what they do. That's part of the whole way they rule the world. Whenever there's a crisis, man, take advantage. Get whatever you can in. Stick it in as deep as you can get that fist in there.
Wait until saying the Great Reset gets you banned. Then we know we're 100% in. There's no going back. You know what I mean?
It already gets you throttled, man. There's no doubt in my mind our strike had nothing to do with medical misinformation, because it wasn't. Well, all we did was read from a list that Pfizer themselves put out because a judge ruled that they legally had to. And we were just going down and reading a list. And then after our appeal, they reinstated the video and fully monetized it. Yet the strike stands. It's because we've been pushing this stuff, man. And the Quack brothers talk about it all the time. They've been hitting the Great Reset for a month now, all kinds of great videos. And he says it all the time. He's like, I'm surprised. He's like, I don't know, this video might get taken down for some reason. But anyway, so this is from the World Economic Forum. Again, they're talking about the energy stuff and the economy. All right. So when we talk about one world currency, it's not just a one world currency they're after. They're after a global economy. They want a one world bank that controls the entire economy of every country. That's what they're after.
We need a different economic model. And by that, I don't mean capitalism versus communism. What I'm talking about is a shift in the system along the lines of the two big changes that happened in the 20th century, Keynesianism with a much greater focus on health and education and the role of government working with business, and then a reaction against that in late century to neoliberalism, where the focus was on free markets, freedom of the individual, and getting governments out of the way. We need a shift to a new system that will allow us to meet the basic needs of every human on the planet, that will live within planetary means, that will be fairer, and that will be focused as its key goal not on growth per se, but on maximizing human well-being. And history tells us that a value shift is triggered by creation of a new story about how we want to live.
I see the circular economy as something which fits very closely with mankind's goal to be innovative and creative and to always progress. We can use asset tracking, we can use IT, we can use 3D printing to enable this different economic model to recover materials, feed them back into the economy, and really to decouple growth from the resource constraints we have.
If you notice the little buzzwords they say, it sounds great. The utopia that they're planning, it sounds like the Federation from Star Trek and all this stuff. Post-scarcity, we're just doing this so that we can take care of everyone. Nobody believes that crap, man. No global elite, no billionaire cares about us little people who are just trying to live out our own lives and carry out our own aspirations. I don't buy that crap for 1 second, but they use these little words like what she just said at the end, talking about global tracking of assets. That's scary. Why do you need to know the assets of every person at any given moment, anytime you want to look them up? Where are they? What are they doing? What are they thinking? What are they spending money on? Why aren't they watching TV right now?
Yeah. I'll tell you why.
That's
he said it.
Bro.
He said government working with corporations, which is fascism. It's fucking fascist. It's the very fucking definition. And anytime a government controls your food supply, you immediately starve to death. Immediately.
Exactly. Every time a centralized government has had total control over the food supply, it led us to mass starvation. There's never been a time when it didn't happen.
Mao tried to take out freaking sparrows and starved half his country of sparrows. Okay, get out of here, man.
I know, like just something simple like that. Like they took out a predator out of the ecosystem, the sparrows.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the locusts, the grasshoppers came in and totally devastated the crops. Like anytime a centralized government tries to control the world's food supply, this is or not the world's, but a people's food supply. So if you can't do it with just one country, why in the world do you think it would work with the entire globe? That's what I'm saying, man. Like they're trying to take us down a dark road, and they've got a plan in place. We've got 9 years to get there. But anyway, like I said, I think there's a many-pronged thing going on here. They're trying to destroy the U.S. dollar, destroy the petrodollar economy, and at the same time, completely change the way that individuals get energy. All right, they want to get us away from fossil fuels, maybe. Individuals. I think they want individual people like just us little peons, the workers. They want us to be on their energy grid, but whatever they need, like they're going to use fossil fuels for their needs. They're going to decide who gets energy, when they get energy, how much energy they get. If you use too much, there's someone in a centralized place who just flips the switch and your energy is gone because you did something to upset Big Brother.
Hey, I want to know, when is the tanks and when is the warships and when is the planes going to become electric? Okay, all right. You think if we switch to electric right now, you think when we go to war they're going to be using electric tanks? Get out of here. They're going to be using diesel. Like,
JP8, man.
Yeah.
Like when I was in the Army, like all our vehicles used the same fuel because it's most efficient. Like from the Humvees to the tanks, the freaking Apaches, they're all on JP8.
Dang, even the Apaches.
That way, like if a vehicle went down or ran out of fuel on the battlefield, yeah, you could easily transfer. And everybody carried transfer hoses and stuff on their vehicles, so you could do that. Anyway, here's the Quack Brothers, man. He kind of breaks it down, how the whole, almost the entire world system is based on the U.S. dollar, and it makes sense to why this administration is working with the World Economic Forum. You guys remember the video we showed yesterday where they were talking about the fourth industrial revolution? Right there in the front row, it was Joe Biden with his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, the greatest doctor that's ever lived. And then right down the road was freaking Leonardo DiCaprio and all these people. Who cares about you, Leo? Screw you, dude.
Make a movie and shut up.
You let yourself die at the end of Titanic. What an idiot. You know, what an idiot. Y'all could have took turn getting on the freaking door. Don't even get me there, man. I was so pissed in that movie. Like, it was totally unbelievable. Anyway, it's the Quack Brothers.
The Great Reset's agenda is to consolidate the world's currency into a single universal currency that all countries, big or small, can use. Now, currently the United States dollar is used 88% of the time for international trade, and the U.S. has been exerting its might to protect its currency, as well as making sure that other countries stay in line from abandoning the dollar. But if the Great Reset agenda does unfold, it would infer either of the two scenarios. Number one, the U.S. dollar will even get more adoption and will be strengthened, possibly becoming the world's currency. Or alternatively, number two, the US dollar will be abandoned for another universal currency in a form of a cryptocurrency, maybe like Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu. With the central theme of the Great Reset being you will own nothing and you will be happy, what if abandoning the US dollar as a reserve currency is part of that game plan? After all, the US controls 29.39% of all world's wealth, and with China coming in second. If an event like the Great Reset were to unfold, it could potentially involve redistributing some of that wealth, and what a way to do it by completely weakening the leverage that the U.S. has in the world.
I knew you were going to do that. Freaking anime geek. Man, I think it's the latter. I don't think they're going to try to make the U.S. dollar the one global currency. I think they want to get rid of the dollar so they can institute some type of cryptocurrency, or not even crypto, just a centralized form of digital currency. I think that's what they want here. They want a one world currency for sure. That's what they're going towards. But it looks like they're trying to destroy the dollar. I don't see how this is going to strengthen the dollar. Any move that's been made in the last year.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going towards that. So, I mean, everything they're doing, man. Like, here we go. All right, so that's Quack Brothers. He just kind of points out some different. Do what?
Sponsor time?
Not yet. We have one more clip, and then we have a commercial from our brand new sponsor, man. You know, like some godly people. We'll get to it. Anyway, probably gonna lose some subscribers. But again, going back to the World Economic Forum. Okay, so I really believe right now we're in the end of the second phase of the Great Reset. You know, which deals with economics and which deals with energy and like housing, all these different issues. And I mean, without even getting into BlackRock and stuff, we actually have a guy who coming up from the Biden administration who was on the board of BlackRock. So, you know, that's funny the way they work together that way.
Yeah.
But listen to what she says about energy and centralizing an energy grid for the entire world.
Clean energy. Together we are fighting to preserve our fragile climate from irreversible damage and devastation of unthinkable proportions.
If we think about the original Industrial Revolution, it was an energy revolution. I like to think of it as a kind of bookending of a period in human history during which we used fossil fuels, and it worked very well for us for a long time. But now we have to bring that to an end. We have energy technologies that can power our civilization: solar, wind, biomass. So then the question is, well, how do we get grid integration? Maybe the wind is blowing in Denmark, the sun is shining in Germany, and now you can move that electricity through an integrated grid. You can supply energy to everyone who needs it, and you can supply energy at all times.
Supply energy.
They love their fist, man. It's always about the
right
fist with them, right?
A foot stomping on your face for eternity. That's what it is.
But she says some scary things, man. Like, you watch these inspirational World Economic Forum videos, their propaganda, like, oh, we're going to change the world. It's going to be better for everyone. Everyone's going to be happy. We promise. I don't think so, man. Imagine a world where all of our energy is controlled from a centralized part, this huge global cabal, these elites. None of us can ever attain to be where they are. They're just the elites. We're the workers. and we're all part of this ESG system. We have a social credit score, or the state decides, hey, he's a domestic terrorist. They immediately shut off our energy. They control the world's energy.
He put a Biden sticker up.
Exactly. Or they didn't vote the way we wanted them to, you know. Vote. I say vote. There's going to be no voting in this system. You know, only the way that they vote in places like, you know, China. Right? Get 100. Oh, I got 100% of the vote. No one voted against.
Nah, I'm
no one
the undisputed world champion.
The fairest election that's ever been.
Yes. Also, power for everybody. Well, you remember when Texas froze over and all the windmills froze? Oh, get out of here, dude. Get out of here.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a shared grid, because of what she just said. You're right. It's not always going to be, the wind's not always going to be blowing here. The sun's not shining in one spot 24/7. It's got to be a 24-hour grid. And so that what she just said, well, we'll share energy from here over here and there and vice versa.
So I cut my stuff off to help somebody.
Yes. Right. Yes. That's going to be, that means the whole world's going to be without energy at sometimes. That's just the way it's going to work on this grid. But like I said, just because we're on that energy grid doesn't mean the elites are. They're going to have fossil fuels and whatever they want. Their manufacturing is all going to be on fossil fuels, coal, oil, petroleum, whatever you want to say, you know, natural gas, because that's what everything is based on. You can't just say, this is what we're going to do in 10 years. There's no infrastructure for any of that. None.
Yeah, we'll look at some videos of some building. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what's it going to take to get us there, dude? Like, you're talking about decades of work of building infrastructure, because our entire global society is based on the burning of fossil fuels.
Yes.
You got to show me something before I'm on board with this BS.
Like instead of doing these inspirational card rides and like walking and talking, let's see like a whole state worth of windmills. You know what I mean? Or whatever you're going to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Like a man-made island with a nuclear facility on it. Nuclear energy. Like, you know.
Well, here's the thing. I'm all for clean energy, and I think we do need to go towards that.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to take us decades to get there, because you got to start building the infrastructure. We should have started 20 years ago.
Dad, look at me.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
We have a studio invasion.
Look at me.
You get to see the little one at night.
Oh, she's rowdy.
Baby brother. You want to see baby brother?
Yeah.
Baby brother.
But he's still in mommy's tummy.
He's still in mommy's tummy.
It's getting bigger.
Getting a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So, good night.
Good night.
Later.
But I need to eat my stuff first.
Oh, go eat your stuff. Love you.
I put my honey pudding.
Oh, yummy. We're filming this at night, guys.
Yeah, if you can't tell.
I'm blurry. I'm blurry.
Immediately got
All right, you know what? This is a good time to go to our sponsors. Hope you guys take this with a grain of salt. We love you guys.
Have fun. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, just have fun with it, man. Just have fun with it.
Right there. Do you still say grace before you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? If you answered yes, then I've got a product that's going to revolutionize the way you do food. Pre-blessed food! That's right, pre-blessed food. We pray for it so you don't have to. This is the 21st century, folks. We can sell anything. Around the clock, we've got thousands of employees buying brand name foods, praying over them, and then putting them back on the shelves of your local grocery store. With our official sticker of approval, we've got breakfast cereal, pre-blessed lunch meat, pre-blessed TV dinners, double pre-blessed. And if you don't want a white guy praying over your food, we've got that too.
Please, Lord, bless these eggs, Father. Bless the chicken that had these eggs, Father.
Just listen to how pre-blessed food changed these people's lives.
Since I switched to pre-blessed food, ain't nothing changed.
We've always prayed religiously before eating, but we've been so busy with work and watching TV. Pre-blessed food hasn't only saved us time, it's saved our souls.
But that's not all. No, that's not all. Inside every package of pre-blessed food are 2 tickets to heaven. Share them with your friends and family to make sure they go upstairs when they fall downstairs. So visit your local grocery store today and look for our official sticker of approval. And the next time someone asks you to bless the food, you say, it's done been blessed. Double pre-blessed.
And we just lost everybody. Everyone is subscribed right now.
2 for
You know what, guys? That's obviously not real. We don't have any sponsors. They're not going to sponsor us.
Yeah, come on.
But me and Devout were talking. I asked him a question. Hold on a second. I'm all blurry, man. I can't do the show blurry.
Nah,
Let me see. And I'm still blurry. Oh, there I am.
There you go.
Hey, everybody. So anyway, we were talking, and I don't remember where I heard this. I heard it somewhere, and I asked him. I was like, "Dude, should we pray and bless our leftovers too? We've already prayed and blessed over that food."
Yes, because you're eating.
I know. I thank God for everything I eat. Like that's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, I just say my grace. Even if I just say it to myself, you know, I say, "Thank you, Lord, for this food." You know, bless it. But the person I heard this from, I can't remember where it was, man. I was listening to someone, and they were like, "Do you pray over your leftovers?" And the person was like, "What? Your leftovers? You pray over them?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What do you say?" Are you like, "Lord, it's this lasagna again. I know you already blessed it. You bless it again." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can see where you're coming from. You've already laid the blessing on the food, so you don't need to do it again.
Yeah. Are you saying, God, your first blessing wasn't good enough?
I think it was more of like, I still have this food. It isn't rotten. No one took it from me. Like,
there you go. See, I like that. That's a good way. Like I say, I pray everything, man. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I'm eating candy and I find myself blessing it. Like,
I can see what you're saying. Like, if you're like, what's his name, Isaac, and you're like giving your son a blessing, I understand. Like, you don't have to really, or you can say, "Hey, man, this is really good. Double bless it." It's pre-blessed. Yes.
I like how the TV dinner was double blessed. Like,
yeah, it had to be. It's a TV dinner.
Right? Well, you mentioned Isaac, okay? So when Isaac blessed Jacob, Isaac thought he was blessing Esau. Esau comes in and he's like, "Bless me too." And he's like,
"I can't.
I've given him everything."
But he still came up with one.
He did come up with blessings for him. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. There's no end to God's blessings. But it made me think. I was like, "What do you mean? Like, you can't bless him the same? Like, what? Gosh, that's crazy." You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he made him the ruler over the other one. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make them both the ruler over each other. One of them had to be the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, guys. So that conversation led to, I remembered this from a long time ago. This Julian Smith. I used to love his YouTube channel. He hadn't done anything in a long time, but his old videos are solid. It was funny. The tickets to heaven. Come on, that was funny.
That was straight out of Catholic.
You give someone a ticket to heaven, they don't want them going straight to hell.
I bought my indulgences. Like, what you mean? I'm like,
I got a ticket, man.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I like how the tickets were just like fair ride tickets. They weren't
even
like
gold
or anything.
Like he went to an arcade and got it out there. Yes.
Right. It's Friday, y'all. We're just trying to wild out and have a good time with y'all. All right, back to serious stuff. The Great Reset. Yes. We're all gonna die. All right. Josh here. I wanted to switch to some of Joe Biden's appointments, right, in his administration, because this next guy, he's like the head of the Economic Council or something, but he used to be on the board at BlackRock. Y'all know who BlackRock is. They're one of the 5 major investment companies that basically owns everything in the world. It's like Vanguard, like BlackRock. I can't remember the other 3. They have like very generic names. I like how BlackRock and Vanguard pick some cool names, at least. Yeah. Some very like hardcore sounding, like we're gonna destroy the world names. Yeah.
I got my
together. They control like most of the capital in the world. It's crazy. Do what?
I got my organs from BlackRock.
Your what? Your organs?
Yeah.
Are they Uyghur?
Yes. They were growing in a petri dish. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Supporting slavery. All right. So this is this guy. This is what he says again, pushing this whole agenda about if we want gas prices to go down, we have to invest in clean energy.
Duh.
The only viable path to energy independence for the American economy is to reduce the energy intensity of our economy overall, and ultimately to reduce it to zero and get ourselves to a position where we're no longer reliant on fossil fuels.
Just do what the guy was doing a year ago. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember Donald Trump when we were energy dependent? Like,
first time ever.
Like
in
here's the
history.
thing: what they're saying is not bad or wrong.
Yeah.
That we should work towards not being dependent on fossil fuels. Okay, I'm on board. 50 years from now, we'll be there. But in the meantime, while we're building that infrastructure and working towards that, let's go ahead and open up all the fossil fuel use we can, man, so that we can make energy as cheap as possible for all the people of the world, man. Let's get all the coal, natural gas, petroleum everywhere over the world. We'll mine it as clean as possible. We'll make that the top priority. But get all of it we can, man. Let's frack everything. And let's make energy as cheap as possible. Imagine if gas was 50 cents a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
How much more money we would have as the average person would have to improve their lives. You know, they talk about all this stuff. That's why I hate politicians. All the things, the little buzzwords they get about equality and affordable housing and energy and all this stuff. All those things are good. Everybody wants that, but you don't. You don't do anything once you get in office to do anything towards that. All this stuff is easy. Donald Trump showed us he did it in 3 years. He did it in 3 years.
Against the
Imagine
world.
what he could have did, you know, with, or not even him. If just everybody in the world would do what he was doing to make people as free as possible and to give them as much opportunity as possible to improve their lives. You know,
you remember
and make them
the
safe while they're doing it.
Yeah, you remember making the solar panels?
World.
Yeah, you remember the solar panels? Like how much industrial waste and stuff happens just to making solar panels with all the dust.
Yeah.
So you tell me diesel construction machines and mining equipment is using it to make green energy. We still need it. You don't have an electric crane thing yet, like you know what I mean?
It takes for every there's a certain type of rock they use to make the most efficient.
It's in NC too, ain't it?
And it's in different parts of the world. It's not just sand. People say, "Oh, it's just sand." No, it's not. It's a certain type of rock that they use to make. I can't remember what it's called, but it takes twice the amount of coal to refine that into a solar panel. So you need coal to make solar panels. So
because you got to have a bottom resource to produce the other ones. You got to have a bottom.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know why India don't have all their trees? Is because they're burning that still. They're still using wood to heat their homes. And
That's their main source of energy in India. They have the largest population in the world of any country, and they're still on wood.
Yeah, Peterson's like, please get these men on coal.
Over there. Arc Livin, man, let's start a company. I'll with you. Let's do this. I will drive to Arkansas, and me and you will start a company making wood gasifiers and help the people of the world. Okay. Like we won't be trying to get rich. We'll make a profit to take care of our families, and we'll make sure people can produce their own freaking energy.
Just a small million. Just a small million. Yeah.
A little dividend.
Peterson was like, please get these people off wood and put them on coal. Please, for the love of God. If you want them to be green, please put these people on coal.
I bet there's tons of coal in India.
Dude.
Anyway, so moving on to the next lady in the Biden administration. I hate her, man. She is so snide and just constantly. She's one of those people who her resting face is just. It's not resting B face. Okay. It's resting, looking down your nose at all the peons in the world who are beneath you face. That's her face.
What's the C word? Condescending. Very condescending.
Dude, she's condescending times a million.
Dang.
Ultimately, it's difficult to imagine flipping a switch and seeing those barrels, those Russian barrels, come online and be acceptable around the world, given the egregious activities of Vladimir Putin. So this is why increasing production is really, and increasing clean energy, transitioning to clean energy are the solutions for being able to reduce those prices at the pump.
There we go again. See, she's all about moving towards clean energy, and she says this. I have a clip I'm about to show of her again, and she's all about, we're moving towards clean energy. Remember when she laughed when they were talking about drilling, continuing the Keystone XL pipeline and opening up fracking again? She laughed, and it's like, we got to move on from that. again, they're pushing this clean energy agenda, man. That's what this whole thing about. Ain't it crazy that there are regular people, citizens in Ukraine dying right now because they want to push this global agenda? And President Zelensky over there, he's totally on board with this. He's totally their puppet. He's doing exactly what they tell him to do. He doesn't care about the Ukrainian people at all, man. They're all just little pieces he's moving on his little board. It's sick. But watch her laugh at us because we can't afford electric cars.
Issues with the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack, but looking more holistically in a macro view, how does this speed up the efforts at DOE to move in more of a renewable direction, since this is going to have an impact on people at the pump?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously are all in on making sure that we meet the president's goals of getting to 100% clean electricity by 2035 and net zero carbon emissions by 2050. And, you know, if you drive an electric car, this would not be affecting you, clearly.
If you're poor, stop being poor.
Right? How do we not be poor, you know? But it's not even that you're poor, man. I mean, God, the average electric vehicle costs $55,000. You know,
Yes.
and
the nearest
and on
charging
top of
station
that-
is Rockingham.
Yes, there you go. And then you got to find a charging station too, not just your home. Like you can set one up at your home, but even on top of that, your electricity is coming from a factory that produces electricity by burning fossil fuels. So what are you saying, lady? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a disingenuous thing, and she's mocking people, saying if you had an electric car, this wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, no shit. You know, and that'd be nice. That'd be really great if I didn't have to worry about gas prices. But I can't afford to freaking take out a loan and be in debt to pay for a car, you know, until I pay it off in like 10 years. And then I'm not even experiencing the benefits of it for 20 years.
Yes.
You know, I'm not even making my money back on not buying gas for 20 years. But I'm still paying for the energy. When you plug into a charging station, it's not free.
Yeah, you use
You still have
electricity.
to pay for it. Exactly.
Yeah. You're
And the most
switching your
efficient
gas bill
electric
for
car
electric bill.
only goes, what, 200, 250 miles? So if you're planning a long trip, like I have family in Kentucky, if I want to go there, they're like 700 miles away. I have to plan to stop somewhere to charge my freaking electric car for an hour.
Oh, instead of just pumping gas and leaving. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So screw this lady, man. You know, all these wealthy, rich people who are plugged in and making all this money and stuff and looking down their noses at us. You know, I bet she don't have an electric car.
No,
I bet
probably
she's
not.
got one, but I bet she don't drive it. They make me sick. I bet she gets on private jets all the time and jets around the world. Where's your electric jet? Where's your Tesla jet?
Also,
don't talk to me. You get a Tesla jet.
Yes, right. You hypocrite. Why is the Biden administration talking about 2035 to begin with? Let's just focus on 3 years. Yeah, let's focus. You're going to be dead. For one, you're going to be dead. You're going to be dead. I have no hope that you're going to live to that long. All right.
Going to die in a pile of people he's sniffing.
What is the plan for 2022? Don't tell me build back better bullcrap. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Build the infrastructure. I like how they switched the talking. It's not build back better. It's build the infrastructure.
I just want to make America great again. I really do.
I really do.
Like the way it was a year ago, it was great.
It was doing great.
It was great a
You know
year
what?
ago.
You know what? Granted, we wasn't great. It was better than we were now. You know what I mean? You know
A lot
what I mean?
better.
Well,
Make America better again. That should be MABA.
Just try. Just change it.
Start
Just
a new
try.
movement, guys. We're MABA. Make America better again.
No, I disagree. Just try. Put some effort in. Like,
what? Shrimp Zoo's going to come out with a video. See, he's coming up with white supremacist slogans.
he was doing this the whole
I want
time.
MABA.
Yes.
Right?
MABA. But yes.
A-okay, guys. A-okay.
He was hanging
MABA.
shrimp on his live
Right.
stream. I saw him. What? Okay.
A little nude for a shrimp, like
Yes. Yeah.
make a little gallows, make the shrimp go up it. Hey, that's just kind of cruel though. It's kind of cruel on the shrimp just to make for a skit.
He's dead. We got him at the freezer. He's not alive.
Okay, yeah, just like
yeah. It wasn't.
all right, man. The Friday reload is going off the rails. We're talking about hanging shrimp here.
We're putting them in ovens. Oh God, that's too funny.
All right, so I want to wrap it up. With from the Quack Brothers again. He discusses what will happen if the World Economic Forum's plan is to crash the dollar, which I think it is. What would that look like? Because there are things in place with the World Economic Forum. You know, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. They've actually done this before in the 90s with the Asian market. And he talks about it here.
U.S. has to declare bankruptcy, and could there be a situation where the World Economic Forum come in to potentially reset the U.S. economy and provide bailouts and restructure? And friends, we've seen a similar situation back in the late 90s with the Asian markets, where International Monetary Fund, the IMF, had to come in and bail out some of these countries as well as provide restructure. And of course, some of these restructuring were very, very harsh measures on these countries. One notable country that went through the IMF bailout is South Korea, which happens to be my home country. The IMF provided restructuring rules for the country, such as allowing foreign nationals to buy company stocks, cutting government expenditures, and tightening the monetary policy. But just like what I've mentioned with the harsh measures, these rules and restructuring has caused the country's interest rates to go up. Unemployment doubled from 2% to nearly 7%, and nearly 80% of all households saw a drop in their income. While this isn't necessarily an apples-to-apples comparison, it's really the closest thing I can see as a likely scenario if the U.S. lost its grip on the currency and the World Economic Forum has to step in. But
all right, so notice what he said, though, when the South Korean market went down and the IMF came and said, okay, we're going to bail you out. We're going to, so your economy doesn't crash. But if we do this, you have to implement this, and this policy. Mm-hmm. So you have an international governing body that's not elected by the people there in that country coming in and saying, we're going to fix your economy, but now we get to implement these policies. So I could definitely see something like that happening with this administration.
Yes.
With this current administration. If this was anyone else's administration, well, not anyone else. If this was the previous administration, no one would come in and tell them how to run this country, because it wouldn't be crashing, for one thing. Putin wouldn't be invading Ukraine. Gas would still be under $2 a gallon, you know, on average. We would just be all about the Benjamins here in the United States of America. Imagine where we would be, dude. Imagine.
I just like how Trump was better at democracy than democracy.
Why didn't they just? They could have just took him off all social media.
Yeah.
And then everything would have been okay, right?
Yeah, I guess. Not really. I'd have been mad, but still. Like, also 80% of the average house come went down. 80%. God, yes. Dog, man. Yeah.
80%. 80%. Crazy, man. All right, so but anyway, guys, like I said, that's what I think the agenda is here. Not only to destroy the U.S. dollar. I think we all know that. We've been talking about it for a while. But these are real moves they're making. Everything they're doing, man. They're blaming this freaking thing on Putin, which we know it's not. And it was happening anyway. This is just increasing it and speeding it up. And they're going to do more things to do it. And they're talking about all the things they're talking about to fix it has nothing to do with fixing it right now. They're talking about fixing it by 2035. So basically they're telling us to shut up.
And suffer for 10 years.
Yes, suffer for the freedom of Ukrainians or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Trans-Lives Matter.
Yes. Democracy. All on your face.
Yes. And didn't even give you a reach around. You believe that?
Exactly. So to destroy that, and also to start moving us towards a more centralized energy grid system, which is terrifying to me. Wondering how there's no efficient way to implement that. We're decades away from that. Even if they do it by, let's say, setting up 10 kingdoms, and those 10 kingdoms would rule the world, and whoever ruled them would rule the world.
Yeah, and then one little kingdom got a
I
little
think I
higher.
read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Huh?
One kingdom got a little higher than the rest of them. Yeah.
Right. So, just saying. Anyway. But that's what we have today, guys. We do have one last clip to show you guys about someone who lives off the grid self-sufficiently, and they make their own fuel, diesel and gas, from plastic, like trash plastic. It's really cool. And before we get in that, I hope you guys liked our commercial, the pre-blessed food. I forgot to mention, man. Like when he says, if you want your food blessed by a black person, I was offended by that because I pray that way too. I was raised Pentecostal.
Yes.
So we pray that way too, man. That's not a black thing. So Julian Smith, do better.
Yes.
Be more inclusive. That's just a Pentecostal thing. It's not a black thing. Not all black churches are Pentecostal.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. Yes. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, or inclusion and equity.
There you go.
There you go. Even on our channel.
Yes. Obviously.
All right. So anyway, check this guy out. He lives on an island somewhere. I'm not some kind of tropical island they moved to. When they first moved, there was no electricity or nothing.
That's pretty good. Shout out right quick. I would like to thank my my girlfriend for being here, and I would like to thank my brother for hanging out with us today. And just,
dude, I forgot your background.
I know. I've been trying to work it in the whole damn It's okay. It's okay. I got a new pad.
This is Roblox, right?
Yeah, obviously. No, it's Minecraft.
Where all the pedophiles hang out?
Yeah. I got an oven of shrimp over here on fire right now. So, we're just keeping it classy.
Is that Roblox or Minecraft?
It's Minecraft. And I told you, everything's square. You see that? Everything, even everything.
I don't know, man. I haven't played Minecraft forever.
If that was Roblox, no. If it is fun. It is fun. You got to have mods. The characters would be yellow if it was Roblox. The characters would be yellow.
Oh, that's racist. All right.
Yes.
That's so uninclusive and undiverse.
Whatever. Let's watch whatever. Let's watch Ark in India make wood.
All right, guys. So there's this dude, him and his family. He moved to some tropical island. I can't remember where it is, but there was no electricity. There was very little people, and so they started working towards being self-sufficient, and they figured out a way to take plastic, because their island is in that Pacific gyre. You know how China just dumps all their trash in the ocean?
Yes.
Well, and there's like a gyre of plastic just constantly in the Pacific
It's like
Ocean.
an island of it. You seen
Yeah,
that?
there's a huge island of plastic in the middle of it. But anyway, they constantly get plastic that washes up on their beach, man. And it's a beautiful thing that they have done here. So we're going to end with this. Anyway, let me get to the clip.
Here's what we're doing today is we're going to make diesel from plastic, common plastic that you have around your house. So it's very easy. All you have to do is pack it into an oxygen-free environment and cook it and let it do its own process. So after this cook, this is, we made a little bit of a fire. It's only been going on for a few minutes, The hotter I do this, the longer, the more you make. So in this little bit, it's made this so far. And this is probably like a diesel fraction because we took this out of the first condenser. So we can see if I have some matches here, and we can put some down and see if it's flammable. It's heavy, it's thick, Okay, this fuel right here, this is diesel. So I will put this into my diesel generator so we can make electricity in our house for this evening, and run the washing machine, the ice cream maker, and everything that we want. And then afterwards, you take gasoline, and that gasoline, I use my water pumps and whatever else I use gasoline for.
That's what's up, man. Like this dude, like if people really wanted us to move more towards a society to where people recycled, or where it was better for the environment and all these different things, we would be teaching stuff like this in our schools. Hey kids, this is how you make your own fuel. Let's gather up all the plastic that's going to be in the environment for 1,000 years and figure out how to use that plastic to make our own fuel, so we don't have to buy it. We go and clean up the freaking woods, come back and make our own freaking diesel fuel. What he's basically got there is his own little refinery system. I didn't realize it was that easy. But plastic products are made from petroleum. So plastic is the most refined portion of petroleum. When they get crude oil, that's what they do. They heat it up. And when they heat it up, it starts making the different products. And it goes all the way up the line. Like the most refined products come out the end, like gasoline's like one of the most refined products. And then whatever's left over, they use it to make plastics. And so he's taking whatever's left over, the plastic they made, and he's turning it back in, going through the refining it again. He makes diesel fuel. He makes his own gasoline. That's freaking amazing. And anyone could do that at their home and make their own energy over and over and over. Like, these are the types of things we should be teaching in our schools right here.
But how can we work in trans and gender?
You can wear a pink wig while you do it, and use these are pronouns.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
diversity, inclusivity, and equity.
You stuff the generator's holes. I got you. Yes.
But I thought it was cool, though. It seems simple, and I'm sure there's more to it. Basically, you have to have the equipment to do it. That's the thing, is coming up with your own equipment. And like having the main pot to put the plastic into, to cap it off, like you said. Because when you burn things without oxygen, or you're not burning, there's no combustion without oxygen. So basically, he's melting it, the plastic, but it can't burn. It can't, combust. There's no oxygen. Yeah. And so what it does is it goes through the process, and they have different condensers. Like they kind of showed his line there. I went to his channel, and there's not really a more in depth, like where he tells the process, but I did look before this, and there are channels that go more in depth into what's actually happening and how you can do it. Plus, we have Art living in our community, so I don't think he's found the backup channel, because I hadn't seen him in the chat yet.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all see Arkansas living anywhere in anybody's chat, tell him to come and see Native and Devout Productions, because we've been talking about him all week. Just tell him that. Don't tell him what we've been saying. Just say, hey, man, Native and Devout been talking about you all week, Art.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious. I want to talk to this dude. I want to bring him on. His idea about wood gas fire. I know he's going to do a video on it, but I still want to talk to him. I like to pick his brain, man. The dude's smart. He's got an engineer's brain for stuff like this. Plus, he's a prepper, so he knows how to like put the info out there for us.
It looks like it's a moonshine distillery. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. It's like it distills in like different forms. Like the first thing that came out was diesel fuel. Like they were putting wine bottles and stuff and just pouring it in, and it was working. Like, how amazing is that? Like they're using trash that washes up on their beach. Yeah, it's garbage.
Why isn't that the recycle thing? Like, why do we not have oil?
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing this? Like, why isn't this a part of our normal society, our normal modern society? Some corporation could make an easy plastic distillery to make your own fuel. Why isn't that a thing?
Not even on a personal level. Why isn't there a corporation taking our garbage and turning it into oil? Like, you know what I mean?
There probably have been ideas like that.
Yeah, it's not green though.
Well, it doesn't maximize their profits. They want to sell us gas. There's a reason why, like in our area, the gas is the same price pretty much universally with all the gas stations, no matter who they are.
Yeah.
Like the way they set gas prices, it's not an arbitrary thing. They all set it based on a thing that they all go by. I think there's like a 5-cent fluctuation. There's always someone who's 5 cents under or over or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird system, but we're living in it. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that because that's something you guys can research. Maybe you guys already have an infrastructure. Maybe you distill your own, wine or alcohol or something, and you already have equipment that you could begin experimenting with. You can find other videos. There's books out there on how to do this stuff, That's the point of showing you these clips, not to show you how to do it, but to show you that this is out there and someone is doing it, and we all could be doing it. This is something we're looking into. I've actually been gathering materials to start biodiesel using my pigs. That's a more involved process. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm actually might start looking into this now. I have a container I think I could make work for the main thing where you melt the plastic in. It's just figuring out what type of piping do you need to use. what type of distillers. It looks like he has modified propane tanks or something he's using there. I don't know what that is. That's what I mean. Like, that's why we need to get this info out there and pool our brains and figure it out, man.
I know there's
We need to.
vehicles. Yeah, we do. I know there's vehicles that can run on corn too. Something to do with corn. You ever seen those?
Right.
Yeah.
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 And the wood gas fired truck. Gosh, I can't remember her name. She sent me a video, and I watched it today. It was from the Mountain Men where he used his truck
nice.
to yeah. Like, she sent me the video. I wanted to clip it, but you know how YouTube is when you use network stuff, man. I didn't want to be like Peggy James. Thank you, sis. I just want to thank you so much for sending me that video. It just it shows what you can do. If you experiment, if you innovate, if you talk to people, if you share knowledge and information, if you think about things, if you look things up, we don't need to go to the gas station. We don't need, Russia. We don't need the Keystone Pipeline. There's actually ways we can produce our own freaking fuel without drilling oil from the ground. We can use all the freaking plastic, dude. I could clean up all the plastic trash within a square mile around my house. Have a mountain of plastic to do this with for a while. It's ridiculous how much plastic refuse there is in the world. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was freaking awesome.
That was cool.
So anyway, looks like we're out of time though, guys. It's Friday. We went an hour today because we love y'all. We'll see you guys in the chat in the morning, man. We'll be wilding out. Devout, closing remarks.
Love y'all. Hope you have a good weekend. I didn't think I was going to make it through Thursday. I'm glad I'm a lot happier today.
You are, man.
I'm happy. Yeah. Thursday was, I don't know what it was.
Oh, man. Can't wait to see what everyone says about making our own fuel, man. Like, you know what I want to happen? I want people to actually start experimenting with this stuff and sharing their results. Saying, look, this is what I did. I figured out if you do this, it works better. Like, all kinds. That's what happens when you pull information and you get like a bunch of minds on one thing and figuring things out, so. But anyway, like Devout said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. We might see you somewhere. We might be able to go live this weekend on this channel. That would be cool, But I'd love to see you guys, man. If not, we'll see you Monday morning right here, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Get the word out, man. We appreciate you guys for telling everybody we're here.
Yeah.
Every day someone finds out, this is where y'all been.
Y'all been hiding here the whole time. Yes.
The whole time.
Having fun.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend, man. We love y'all. Peace out, man. Let's get out there. Let's go after the culture. Let's change the culture, man. Let's fight for it. Let's be energy independent in our own freaking homes, in our backyards, and be prepared.
Yes.
The end.
Dun, dun, dun.